Wally Harris. He'll be joined by Swede Doc and John D'Amico as the two linesmen. And a look at the goaltenders. Billy Smith with his goals against average down to 2.84. 2 shutouts. This year's Stanley Cup playoffs, a record of 10-3. And at the other end of the ice, it'll be 23-year-old Andy Moog. His goals against average of 2.65, a record of 11-2 in the playoffs.
Glenn Anderson, a point of controversy today, all day with everybody about his ability to play in Game 2. We watched him in the warm-up, showed no ill effect. Skated there as he darted across the line. He jumped the gun and went offside. Edmonton opening with a flurry, much like they did last night, Jiggs. Of course, the Islanders have to know they cannot play.
Cutter plays it back of the net. It got away from Wayne Gretzky. The Oilers trying to come up the left side now. Anderson and Red Sutter got a piece of him. Anderson picked up the puck again. Lost it at the Islander line, but Huddy shoots one in. Michael Persson gives chase. The penalty call coming up as Red Sutter up in at one of the Oilers who ended up in the net behind Billy Smith. The first penalty of the game goes to the Islanders. There's a break in the action. 17:24 to play in the opening period of Game 2 of the 1983.
To the whistle. Takes the shot at Butch Goring, knocking him down. And he feels he has to guard himself. Ken Morrow moved up quickly. There's Butch Goring killing off a lot of precious time. A minute and 11 seconds remaining in Brent Sutter's tripping penalty.
The Oilers with a man advantage now. They break it over the line. Here's Gretzky stick handling. Gretzky turns, cuts in, shoots. Smith got a piece of it as they tried to set up Pat Hughes. Up come the Islanders, 2-on-1. Brent Sutter to Billy Carroll. Carroll in deep, goes round behind the net. Trying to come out in front, got it to Morrow. Morrow shot one off the boards. The fans are yelling because Brent Sutter had collided with Moog a moment ago, and now the Oilers come out. Gretzky relays it to Coffey. Into the Islander end of the ice, cutting it on goal. It slips under Billy Smith, but he has smothered it for a face-off. A break in the action. Teams back at 6 aside. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs coming to you live from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. There is Paul Coffey off the boards to Huddy. Huddy dumps it to center ice, picked up by Ralston. They come over the line, 3-on-2. Back to Semenko, and Huddy scores! His first Stanley Cup playoff goal this year. Wade Semenko has the Oilers on top.
He paid the price, but he made a perfect shot. There's Semenko as he goes out through center ice. The ball picked up and dropped to him by number 24, Ralston. And Smith is beaten. Look at Dave Langevin on Semenko. Langevin, a tremendous body check. He knew it was coming, but he made the play anyway.
Well, the standing ovation for the Oilers who scored their first goal in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Morrow, a good defensive move. Kenny Morrow was a little shaky in the early part of the first period. He gave the puck away a couple of times. Missed a couple of checks. One of the Oilers walked right around him. That time, good defensive move as he broke up a pass. Yari Curry.
Curry was able to pick it off. Yari Curry sends Gretzky in on a breakaway. Coming right in, he shoots off the crossbar that goes up into the crowd.
The Islanders are caught napping at the blue line of Edmonton, and away he goes, Wayne Gretzky. But it was not to be, as Butch Goring argues with the referee. Gretzky rung it off the crossbar. Let's take a look. Yari Curry, there he goes. He knew it was a set-up play, and Curry spotted him. He waited for the puck at the red line and raced in all alone. Ken Morrow closed in, but there's the shot off the crossbar, up into the seat. And Wayne Gretzky is foiled here in the first period.
Sidesteps the check from Brent Sutter, then lost the puck. Wayne Sutter comes out of the corner, puts it in front, back to Johnson. He shoots, he scores! Thomas Johnson drills it home to tie it at 1.
Hustle by the Islanders, and they caught the Edmonton Oilers. And the puck, Wayne give him a hand. There's the pass to Thomas Johnson. Look at all the Edmonton Oilers. They're all on the far side, watching, standing, as Thomas Johnson rips one just above the catching mitt of Andy Moog, and it's tied at 1 apiece on the shot by Thomas Johnson.
Harry Curry cuts to the left wing, backhanded it to the opposite corner. Gretzky in after it, centered. Anderson cuts in, shoots over, a stop by Billy Smith. Anderson, who doesn't show any effects of a bruised knee, cut right in, and Billy Smith went down to make the save.
And as Dennis Potvin turned to go and get it, watch the move by Gretzky. Didn't touch it at all until he made the pass to Anderson. And when Anderson turned to backhand it, Smith went down to cover the low ice and pulled the puck into himself. There he is.
Messier comes in on the left wing. Gave it to Lindstrom in front to Lindstrom, and it shot from off the stick hand of Billy Smith. He looks, and Anderson unable to set up Gretzky, who had cut toward the net. Here's Trottier. And Trottier shoves it into the Edmonton zone. Nystrom picks it up, shoots, he scores! Bobby Nystrom puts it by Moog on the glove side, and the Islanders lead 2-1.
First major error by a goaltender in this system as he fights along the boards to get away from Kevin Lowe, and that shot went right over his glove. Andy Moog knew he blew it, and he's mad at himself. There's a good shot by Nystrom right over the catching net. Clearly missed by Andy Moog.
Good play by Trottier in the beginning to poke the puck ahead. Nystrom races in, and it's 2-1. Here's Anderson. Gretzky. His centering attempt was cut off and cleared by Morrow to Nystrom, now to Corey. The whirling dervish from Winnipeg sends Nystrom in on the right side again. He centers the puck, that's cleared by Fogelin. Nystrom back to Morrow from the blue line. That changed direction after hitting Fogelin. Harry Curry chased to the corner by Goring. Stanley comes in as well. Lee Fogelin is there for Edmonton, and he has fallen on top of the puck. Face-off coming with the opening period. Into center ice, Cote is checked at the Islander line, and Potvin tried to send Bossy in on right wing. He picks it up now, shoots, he scores! Mike Bossy!
Right between the legs. Bossy early in the first period, in this period, had tried to go in this time. The puck shot ahead by Potvin and right between the legs. Mike Bossy has lengthened the lead to 3-1 on that shot as he was left alone.
From Charlie Huddy, Coffey picks up the puck. Starts out of the right side. Coffey lunks it into center ice. Over the Islander line, coming in on goal. Coffey, Billy Smith reached out and has smothered the puck right on the doorstep. Smith just sliding out to Rob Coffey, who ended up in the corner and was just down.
A pinch position all the way up the ice. Gets around Bush scoring, and as he wheels in on Billy Smith, he's on his backhand. Smith knows he can't get the puck over. He goes down and spreads out, taking the puck away from the on-rushing Paul Coffey.
Gretzky in to pick up the loose puck. Gretzky played it to the line. Now they get it loose for Curry on right wing into the Islander zone. Curry shots it. Can't hold on to it. Edmonton on track to make it 3-2 as Gary Curry fires it home.
They played with perfection in the first game. Here's Jerry Curry. He let the shot go. Billy Smith misplayed it. Clearly misplayed it. The red light is on. The puck is in the net. Here's the shot from a bad angle. It hit Billy Smith on the inside of the right leg. He seemed to be off balance when the puck got to him, and it hit him and deflected between his legs.
Taken by Clark Gillies, and he has dumped it wide of Andy Moog. Islanders in the middle of player changes. Here's Messier, checks in his own territory. Bob Bourne picks it up, shoots, he scores! Bob Bourne steals the puck and puts it over the shoulder of Moog.
The game is mistakes. The team with the fewest generally win. And the Edmonton Oilers right here. Messier lost the puck. Out to Bourne, and it's over. Andy Moog's left hand again. Messier, as he comes out, is checked by Sutter to Bourne. Wayne Sutter took it away from Messier. Give it to Bourne, and it's in the net.
Around the boards. Wayne Sutter is the man who stole the puck. Got it out in front to Bourne to make it 4-2, and Wayne Sutter is just centered again. It comes back to Morrow. Morrow to Brent Sutter. He shoots, both to save the rebound. He can't get there. Brent Sutter has scored. It is 5-2.
They'll take advantage of you every time. The experience of the Islanders. Right there, Edmonton coughed up the puck again. Brent Sutter stopped by Moog. Good stop by Moog. But the rebound, nobody covering. And Brent Sutter is allowed the freedom in front of the net to pound the puck. In behind, right there, Edmonton gave it up. Shot by Ken Morrow. Stopped, shot by Sutter. Stopped by Moog, and then the rebound.
There's Gordy Lang. Lang kicking it loose. The Oilers bring it over the line. Onside they roll. Jackson shots, fifth, the glove save, dropped it, but was able to cover up and freeze it for a face-off. There's a break in the action. We're at the midway point of the second period, and our scores. The Islanders Headed up left wing. Here's Linsman across the line. Linsman shot. Smith the chest save, and he holds it for a face-off. Lane ends up in the corner with Linsman. Sticks up a little. Overcome the linesman. Overcome Potvin and several other players. They'll try and get this separated. Just a little jostling. Stanley and Lumley now exchange some words. Doesn't appear as if anything serious is going to break up. So with 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second period, we'll take
Dennis Potvin. You see the blood coming down from his nose as Dave Semenko made contact with the face of Dennis Potvin. Not a deliberate act. Did not seem to be deliberate. But you can see the redness around the face of Potvin. There's Potvin as he goes for the puck. He's stretched out. He's down low, and Semenko, in reaching for the puck, his stick rolled right up Dennis Potvin's and hit him in the face. Semenko opened the scoring back in the first period at 8:39. The big left winger, number 20.
With a minute to play, period number 2. Brent Sutter tied up on the boards. They'll freeze it for a face-off. It was 3-1 favor of the Islanders at the end of the first period. Edmonton got the first goal of the second period, only to have the Islanders come bouncing right back with a pair. Scored within 38 seconds.
Gretzky having words with Brent Sutter. A moment ago, Jiggs, they went into the corner. Brent Sutter got the hand up in intimidation. He pushed Gretzky in the side of the face. Gretzky retaliated, doing exactly the same thing, and now they're exchanging words as we get ready to drop.
And here he just lost it to Gretzky, and Billy Smith down, got his left skate on it, the puck out in front of the net. Messier shoots, he scores! Anderson, excuse me, Anderson for Edmonton, and it's 5-3.
Just got a piece of that shot, sending it around the board. As it's kept in, it's in the feet of Gretzky. Anderson with Billy Smith down, Thomas Johnson down, lifts it into the top of the net, and the fans go wild here at the Northlands Coliseum. There's the save by Smith. Before Thomas Johnson could get to Anderson, he put it in over Smith.
They come to center ice, and spearing going on as the Oilers move in. Ralston got it to the corner to Lumley out in front of the net. There's Lowe. He shoots. Oh, what a stop by Smith. Billy Smith just committed larceny, robbing Kevin Lowe.
He did just that, Jiggs. Lowe went to... There's the backhand shot across. It missed the net. Lumley in the corner makes the pass, and right here, Kevin Lowe goes to the backhand, and Billy Smith held his ground, did not move. You see him with it in his glove, saying, I got it. You're not going to get it back. As he takes it off the backhand attempt by Kevin Lowe.
Including the 6th game of the series. And Brent Sutter has shot the puck into the Edmonton zone. It comes out in front. There's Brent Sutter. He scores! Brent Sutter and Wayne Sutter did the forechecking job, and it is 6-3. And the kids from the nearby community of Viking, Alberta, have struck fear into this crowd of 17,498.
They can now breathe a little bit easier. Right here, look at the move by Sutter. A quick backhand shot. Let's see the play build up. Edmonton relaxed just for a second. Coffey was victimized along the boards. Charlie Huddy was also caught up the ice as Edmonton tried to press an offensive play. And the Sutter brothers team up and take it away. Brent Sutter.
The Edmonton zone. Charlie Huddy chases it. So does Billy Carroll. It peels off, and Huddy plays it to Messier. Messier had it stolen, and Goring fires it wide of an empty net. Raises his stick over his shoulders, and I don't believe it. The time has run out. What's Goring gives us a little levity in the last couple of seconds of this game. The Islanders are out to mob Billy Smith. Glad hand for one another, and they've just been doused with coffee cups coming out of the stands. But they'll not worry about that at this juncture. All kinds of things being thrown in their direction as they head for the dressing room.